Alright, still fucking with the Glock trigger. I finally took out the Glock performance trigger. It's just trash. I don't really care for it. it it's not terrible, but I mean, I guess if you kind of know the difference and you're trying to run it real fast, you kind of figure out that the reset isn't the same, isn't consistent. Sometimes you're resetting it like right here, and sometimes you try to do that and it's not resetting, so you gotta come all the way off. You end up slapping the trigger. Hasn't been windy this whole time I've been out here, so maybe it's picking up, but maybe I'll try and block the wind this way. But anyway, finally, even though I was able to switch the connector and the trigger return spring with the Taran Tactical, I went ahead and just took that out. Put my my Glock, my original. Oh shit! Oh, that's gonna have to get clean. Put my original Glock, my original Glock trigger in there. So this is a Gen 5, and went ahead and this is the Grandmaster connector kit or something like that. The last video I did it came with the firing striker fire spring, the trigger return spring, the new connector, little rod right here, and another spring that I can't remember where it goes. Shit, I don't remember, but there's appears to be three, one, two, three. Oh, three. Yeah, I think I said them all. Striker fire spring, the trigger return spring. Oh, and the plunger spring. That was the small one. And then I use the Taran Tactical. That's the 13-pound Gen 5 Glock 19 spring. So as you can see, it is a lot lighter. So yeah, it's a lot lighter, and it does seem to help out with the recoil. But we could just see. I think we could see this pretty well. We just see the difference here. It's supposed to go to 3.5. It does still feel a little heavy-ish. It's weird. Something's moving it back there. I don't know if it's the striker spring, but anyway. So combination of all that stuff. Here we go. It's a defined wall now. Little creep. There you go. Brake, and then the reset and the brake. Still a little heavy. It doesn't quite feel like a 3.5-pound spring. It feels quite a bit heavier, but at this point it is what it is, I guess. So I haven't shot it yet. I just swapped everything out last night. So we'll shoot about a box full of Magtech 124s. I have 3 magazines loaded and 3 loose rounds. So let's run the bill drills. See if we can run it as fast as we can. See if I don't notice that little reset, and I'll run it from the tier 1. I don't know if this is the Axis or whatever. It's the one with the buttons. Don't get the one with the buttons. Get the one with the paracord in there. These buttons, when you tend to squat down, they'll come undone. So anyway, other than that, great holsters. Just don't get the buttons. So let's run the bill drills, and then let's burn off the other 2 mags, and let's see what we got. All right, I'm already loaded up. Hopefully the wind doesn't make it a pain in the ass. All my targets are all shut up, but that's not the point of this. We're just gonna run it for a time, run it fast, see how it looks. I'll run the first one on paper, then I'll run a slow-mo on the paper, then I'll run over to the steel. We'll do the last one on steel, and then we'll mess around with some other stuff. So let's make sure the timer's turned on. All right, it's should be good to go. All right, here we go. See what we got. Still a little heavy. That's Glock for you, right? I mean, freaking trigger is heavy. It's nothing like my other guns. Maybe I'm just spoiled with the M&P 2.0. It's just a better gun. That's a video for another day. I don't really have time to compare it, but the M&P 2.0 is just a far better gun than the Glock right out the box, especially the metal. I have two of them. But anyway, let's slow it down. Like I said, it's getting windy. Hopefully this protects it a little bit. But you saw the slow-mo. The first one was like a 256. That one was a 262. We'll go ahead and bang out the steel and see what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, Glock's all right, but it's just not that great when there's other options out there. So let's go ahead and bang one out on steel, and then we'll mess around a little bit. Hopefully the wind doesn't get too crazy. Here we go. One on steel, my little steel. Seconds. That first shot was on me. 187, 23, 25, 21, 23. Not that great. As you can see how windy it is. There goes my steel. You saw that it still dropped on the slide with that 13-pound spring. So let's figure out a few more drills over here. All right, it's still freaking windy. Hopefully it's not that bad, but I got two targets here. One's taped up in black, so only the A zone is open. They're shot up. The other one's got a no shoot on the bottom, so the top is half the A zone's exposed, whatever. Let's just shoot a couple of drills left to right, just messing around. So let's just keep seeing what that trigger does. Shoot a box of 50, see what it does. A little slow. We'll go left, we'll go right to left, and we'll work in that steel. This is my first shot. Okay, we're gonna go center, steel, to the right. Here we go. And it didn't drop all the way. So there's a little issue with the 13-pound on the slide lock. Dropping the slide lock, whatever. But anyway, let's just throw two headshots. Two headshots. Here we go. Those are real tight shots, though. Not bad. Let's go right to left. Nice tight shots. Alright, we'll shoot this guy, step over, and hit that other guy. A little bit of movement. Here we go. Not bad. Let's see. Really got three left. Headshot, headshot, steel. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All nice shots to the head. But anyway, I don't know how freaking loud it is, so I'll just talk louder, so in case I have to turn the volume down because of the wind. But here we go. Here's that trigger again. See, you see how the slide's moving? See, I don't know if you can see that. See how the slide's moving right there? Not right there. it looks like, I don't know what the hell it looks like. But anyway, there's the brake. Reset is not bad. There's the brake. The guy that told me to get this, I think he has a Gen 3. Maybe that should have been the way I went with the gun instead of getting the Gen 5. But the stock trigger I thought was better on the Gen 5 at the shop than over the Gen 3. And this has made it a little bit better, but still quite a bit heavy, but it shoots pretty decent. I'll check that out. The sights are loose. See that jump right there? So I gotta tighten that back down. So that did have Loctite on it, but whatever. So there you have it. This is probably the best option to go with, the Taran Tactical little kit. Do your springs and all that shit. So it does feel like it shoots a lot better than what it did to begin with. But once you start messing with Glocks, you just open yourself up to a lot of trouble. But the market is so big to do so much stuff with it. You can't really help it, as you can see. But yeah, that Glock performance trigger is just trash. So save your money, do other stuff, springs, whatever, or don't do anything to it, whatever. But yeah, that Glock performance is trash. The Taran Tactical is pretty decent. So thanks.